Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Monday, April 7th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Key currency pairs showed mixed movement today. The greenback exhibited notable weakness against the euro and Swiss franc, while strengthening against the yen by 2.26 points, a 1.5% gain. Looking at returns, the dollar has declined 5% year-to-date against the euro. Against the Aussie dollar, it's gained 4.4% this month, showing significant strength in the Pacific region. The dollar posted gains against several Asian currencies, rising notably against the offshore yuan with strong upward volatility. Against the Kiwi, it reached a new all-time high, marking its fourth consecutive day of gains. Year-to-date returns show the greenback performing best against the New Zealand dollar, up 1%, while showing weakness against the Canadian dollar, down nearly 1%.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Philippines led gainers, rising 1.3% to 24.14, though showing strong downward volatility. Turkey and Indonesia posted modest gains, while India and SPY both declined for a third consecutive session. Weekly returns show Philippines leading with a 1.3% gain, followed by Turkey up 0.6%. Year-to-date, all funds are showing negative returns, with Indonesia down 18% and SPY down nearly 14%. Among underperforming markets, China dropped sharply by 8% to 46. Singapore and Hong Kong both fell over 4%, while Taiwan hit an all-time closing low at 42.3. Chile declined 3.9%. Monthly performance shows significant weakness, with China down 15.4%, Singapore falling 12.5%, and Taiwan declining 11.5%. Year-to-date, Taiwan leads losses at minus 18.8%, while Chile is the only positive performer, up 8.2%.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures closed at 2,998.80, down 13.30, marking its fourth consecutive down day. Silver futures and copper futures both showed significant gains of over 4% each, despite experiencing strong downward volatility. Year-to-date performance shows gold futures leading the metals with a 13.5% gain. Silver and copper both show modest gains, around 3% and 7% respectively, while aluminum has declined about 10%. In energy futures, natural gas fell 3.3% to 3.63, marking its third consecutive down day. Heating oil and crude oil futures both advanced, rising 2.2% and 1.9% respectively, despite showing strong downward volatility over the past 4 days. Energy futures are showing significant year-to-date declines. Crude oil has fallen nearly 15%, while Brent crude is down 14%. Natural gas has remained relatively stable, showing only a marginal decline of less than 1%. In livestock futures, Class 2I milk surged 5.2% to 18.20, rising for 3 consecutive days. Lean hogs dropped 3.6%, breaking downward after 6 days of flat trading. Feeder cattle declined 2.7% amid strong downward volatility. The month-to-date performance shows Class 2I milk leading with a 6.4% gain. Feeder cattle and lean hogs both show declines of around 5% and 4% respectively, while live cattle has dropped about 2.7%. In grains, corn futures rose 2.4% to 471, breaking upward after 6 days of flat trading. Rough rice gained 3%, while oat futures declined slightly, marking its 4th consecutive down day. Month-to-date returns show mixed performance in grains. Corn leads with a 3% gain, while soybeans and oats have declined by 1.7% and 2.7% respectively. Rough rice remains relatively flat. Soft commodities showed significant volatility today. Coffee futures fell 7.7% to 337.45, marking its 4th consecutive down day. Cotton futures rose 6.8% to 66.78. Orange juice hit an all-time lower close at 211.90, down 6.6%, with strong downward volatility. Looking at returns, cocoa has declined 32.4% year-to-date, while orange juice shows the steepest decline at 56.8%. Coffee remains the only commodity with a positive year-to-date return at 5.5%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports, written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.